And we start with dramatic images from Skyfox, heavy flames and thick smoke as San Francisco firefighters work this afternoon to control a large fire burning through an apartment building.
Well, that 3-alarm fire prompting a massive response with more than 100 firefighters rushing to that scene. Welcome everyone to the 4 this afternoon. I'm Heather Holmes.
And I'm Alex Savage. KTVU's Christian Captain has been at the scene of that fire all afternoon, and he joins us now live. Christian, authorities say 1 woman and 2 firefighters were injured here, but they're all expected to be okay?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Good news out of this, that everyone seems to have survived this incident. Firefighters still on scene. You can see there's still a large firefighter presence here that we're really mostly in the mop-up phase, but we can tell you that firefighters are still monitoring this apartment building for hotspots. In all, 13 people lived in this apartment building, and they're saying they had just minutes to get out. The fire at the apartment near McCallister and Divisadero broke out at about noon, quickly spreading through the building, drawing more than 100 firefighters to the scene. Justin St. Peter lived on the 3rd floor and managed to get out with the barest of essentials.
I had my phone in my wallet and that's it.
He says at first he saw smoke from his 3rd floor apartment and checked out in the hallway where he saw even more smoke. He says he went back into his apartment and thought about jumping out of a window to escape.
I looked down at and I was like, oh shoot, that's too far to jump. So I went back to the door, opened the door again, and in just like 2 minutes, the smoke was even worse.
Now, he says, he had no choice but to jump out of that same window he checked before.
I didn't know what else to do. I kind of climbed down backwards off the window and dropped down to the 1st floor and climbed through the window down there into the hallway.
From there, he managed to make his way out of the now fully engulfed building. San Francisco firefighters say all 13 residents are accounted for. 2 firefighters had minor injuries that were treated on scene, and crews say 1 woman, a resident, was taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation.
We are happy to say through an update through the hospital, this victim is in stable condition and will be okay, as are her 3 cats that were also rescued from this fire.
Crews say the fire appears to have spread from the 1st floor upward. They managed to stop the fire from spreading to any neighboring buildings, but say their efforts were hampered by debris blocking their paths in and out.
We've had items consistent with hoarding or poor storage, inhibiting our ability to make movement through the structure to get to what we call the seat of the fire, or where the active fire is out.
At this point, no word on what caused the fire, but we have already seen fire investigators on scene beginning their work trying to figure out how it started. Meanwhile, coming back to our live picture now, you can see crews still here at the intersection of McCallister and Divisadero. That means that these streets are blocked in at least a block in either direction, north, south, east, and west. These are 2 of the major avenues through the city. That means that drivers will need to be aware that their commutes will likely be impacted if their commutes take them through this area in San Francisco. Now, we will stay on scene to monitor any further developments out here, but for now, we are live in San Francisco. Christian Captain, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
And just quickly, Christian, what portion of the building, how much of the building has either fire damage or maybe damage from smoke or water?
Yeah, well, let's give you one more look so you can see, Alex. The firefighters did tell me that the fire, they believe, seems to have started on the 1st floor. But if you take a look, you can see that the entire west side of that building is heavily damaged. But remember that from the video here that the flames were progressing from west to east along this building, which means that there was presumably fire and smoke damage throughout the upper levels of the floor. And as you well know from your years of covering breaking news yourself, that when there's a fire like this and they're using all that water, there's going to be a significant amount of water damage throughout that building as well. So it's tough to say just how much damage there was to the building. Certainly to the 9 residences that are inside that building, 13 people living in those 9 residences. But there's also a restaurant on the 1st floor. Presumably that may be damaged as well. We actually saw some of the people from the restaurant there removing artwork from that restaurant. Once fire crews had a pretty good handle on the fire, they were able to go in and retrieve some of the artwork from inside the Oasis restaurant there.
Yeah, presumably a lot of damage all throughout the building, a lot of people affected here, but thankfully no one hurt today. Christian Captain live at the scene of that big fire in San Francisco. Christian, thank you.